I'd like to make a couple other points. According to Bernie's arguments, would you agree that, is your position that evolution is how we got here? No God. I just want to make sure that's correct.
Yes.
Okay. So, is our brain anything more than chemical reactions taking place?
Nope.
That's all that's happening is chemical reactions are taking place.
Right, but I would say too, don't.
I got 1 minute.
Okay.
I want to hurry here.
Okay, but I would say consider the principle of emergence. It's very critical and profound for that.
Okay, I'll let you go into that in this next part. Here's my position. If our brains are nothing more than chemical reactions going on, let me give you an analogy to show you what that would be like. If I took forget the guy's name who first did this. My apologies for not giving him credit or remembering his name. If I took a bottle of Mountain Dew and a bottle of Dr. Pepper, and I shook them up, and I opened them both, and they fizzed all over this. Doug Wilson, that's his name. And they fizzed all over the place. Here you have a chemical reaction taking place, right? Would it make any sense to call one of those reactions true and one of them false?
No.
No, because they're just simply chemical reactions. Okay, the chemical reactions in my brain, Bernie, are saying that God exists.
Based on.
Is that true or false?
I think it's false based on evidence.
But you just said that they're chemical reactions. You just said chemical reactions are not true or false, and yet you called mine false. That is inconsistent thinking. Your worldview
you're comparing
is inconsistent.
That's only true if you're comparing my brain to pop.
You're the one who said.
My brain is not pop.
You're the one who said what goes on in our mind. You're the one who said what goes on in our mind is chemical reactions.
Not the same ones as the pop, though.
Obviously not.
Okay, so
but are chemical reactions true or false?
They're neither one.
They're neither one. Yet you said the ones that are going off in my brain are false. That is inconsistent.
No, my chemical reactions, the way the brain functions, I could analyze true and false.
There is no true and false in chemical reactions.
The chemical reactions evaluate things that are true or false. They give me the ability to evaluate.
You just said that chemical reactions can evaluate something. That is totally illogical.
No, you said the chemical reactions themselves are not true or false. But
yet those chemical reactions can evaluate something? Have you done a test in a lab, put two chemicals together, and said, okay, hey guys, evaluate that?
It's not a brain. It's a totally fallacious example.
You're the one who claimed what's going on in our mind, our brains, are simply chemical reactions.
But not like pop.
Oh, so they're real special chemical reactions.
Yes, definitely. Of course, neurology.
I'll be more than happy to let you address the crowd with that idea in mind, that our brains are super, super special chemical reactions that can actually evaluate themselves. And I'll let the crowd judge
it's
themselves.
studied in neurology.
Well, hello folks, this is Wesley Virgin, your master motivating master. Virtual training here with 7dayfitness.com. And folks, I'm about to show you how to work the lower abs. Gents, I know you have that Dunlap syndrome that looks nasty, right? And some of the other exercises that I have, maybe it's too strenuous for you. And ladies, I know you got that pooch after pregnancy, but this workout you do one time in the morning, one time in the evening. I call it the Russian twist. It's the twist. Watch me. Okay folks, I'm back. I'm about to show you the Russian twist. What you want to do is you want to sit down here on your butt. You want to take your hands, you want to cross them like this. Like Indian style from a hand standpoint, okay? What you want to do is you want to elevate. You need a little balance with this, right? Elevate your legs. Let's twist it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, as you see here, folks, we're done. We'll just work the lower abs. Russian twist. It's going to take some time to get some balance, unless you already have some balance, folks. It's an easy exercise you can do. It's all about consistency. Hit the like button so they appear on your Facebook page. So your friend, or your mama, or your daddy, or your cousin, or your enemy, or whoever can be able to see this video how to work their abs also. It is time to give. It is time to share, folks. Hey folks, this is Wesley Virgin. I want to see you here tomorrow. We're going to work another body part. We're going to be consistent. 7-day fitness is relentless, folks. Wesley Virgin, your master motivated master. Virtual training here with 7dayfitness.com. Get fit with passion.
Hi, I'm Johnny Mank, and this is the Beginner's Guide to Atheism. The purpose of this series is to give simple, concise explanations to some difficult questions that are often posed to atheists. These episodes are meant to provide useful tools, particularly for people who are new atheists or perhaps doubting their belief in God. Tools that can help them in a vastly religious nation, where in their own communities it can be profoundly isolating to be a non-believer, and where being an atheist is often considered immoral and inferior. But first, let's take a look at the ideological landscape that currently exists in this country. Right now in America, approximately 80% of the population identifies itself as religious. The overwhelming majority, at around 70%, are Christians. That means that about 20% do not identify with any organized religion. And out of those, approximately 10% have no belief in a higher power or universal spirit. That's over 30 million people in America. Atheists are one of the largest minority groups in the country, but you wouldn't know it if you listen to the national discourse, whether it's in the news, the media, or our politicians. The Christian vote is so vocal that candidates for office are put through a religious litmus test just to be considered. Right now, this is particularly true for Republicans, as even saying that you believe in evolution or climate change could kill your chances at being elected to higher office. Now, this is not to say that all Christians, and theists in general, are creationists, as many of them do believe in evolution, a majority of them actually. But it's just an example of how the conversation in the national media on these topics is run by the most extreme on the religious right. So where is the atheist voice in the media and our government? With such a large minority, how can we be so silent? Well, recent polls have shown that atheists are the least trusted people in America. Less trusted than Muslims or gays, less trusted than any single race. And because of this mistrust, when atheists enter the public arena to debate, they are not allowed to discuss the importance of science and education, or the essential nature of reason and skepticism. They are reduced to purely defending the fact that they don't believe in God. They are attacked mercilessly for their stance, and for the most part, their opinions are completely dismissed. Atheism has been forced to become almost wholly reactionary, and those who don't believe in God aren't allowed to discuss real matters in most media outlets, because they are fundamentally considered inferior in morality, ethics, and ideology. This climate of anti-atheism on the national level is both a product and a cause of the relentless religious communities and family structures that exist across the country. And this has created a situation where many young people who consider themselves non-believers are unable to come out of the closet, even if they are merely questioning the ideas of their religion. And if they do come out, many times they are ill-equipped to handle the psychological battering they're forced to endure. They often don't have the tools to respond because concepts like morality, truth, and humanity are very complex without the idea of God. There have been many times in my own past where I've had discussions with theists where I tried very hard to convey how I felt and what I thought, but I was unable to fully form my ideas in a coherent and rational way. And because of this, I was always on the defensive. I was always trying to justify my non-belief. Because a theist always has the answer, and that answer is inevitably God. And anytime there is something they can't justify, they can just say, well, it's God's plan. Only He truly knows the reasons for the things that happen. And because they have answers for everything, simply saying, I don't know, somehow loses you the argument automatically. Now, I'm not saying that you should never say, I don't know. Those words are actually the most brilliant words anyone can say, because admitting ignorance is the first step in a path to the truth about our world. That's what all scientific discovery is based on. All great scientists first say, I don't know. But there are many instances where you can have answers to some of those challenging questions that atheists will most definitely come across. Questions like, where does your morality come from? What purpose does your life have without God? Religion gives people hope. Isn't that enough? And being able to articulate what you think about God, humanity, life, and death will help to battle misconceptions from those who don't really understand how you see the world. Because atheism isn't a belief. Science isn't a belief. And once you escape the limited confines of religious thought, you finally have the freedom to discover what you believe yourself. Because atheists do have very strong and moral beliefs, not from the construct of God or religious dogma, but from reason, compassion, and understanding, and realizing the importance of humanity without a God.
I'm a woman of my time. On time, behind time. I climb a corporate ladder. I've got a ladder in my stockings. I can't wait. Don't have time to wait. I put on weight, I lose weight. I wear a skirt, I wear the pants. I wear heels and I wear them out. I'm texting, typing, LOLing, OMGing. I'm digitally in touch, but not retouched. I'm a storytelling, canteen helping, fundraising, muffin making, party going yoga lover. I'm in all compartments, head of all departments. I'm into womanhood and watch the neighborhood. It's all good. I'm putting fires out, putting my feelers out, letting my feelings out. I don't internalize, I vocalize.